Shabbat Shalom. This week we read a special parsha for Sukkot, Leviticus chapter 23, verses 33 through 44. These verses tell us about the festival of Sukkot, when it should be, and how we should celebrate. Just 5 days after the deep spiritual work of Yom Kippur, we are commanded to leave our homes and go out and live in temporary structures, or Sukkot, plural for sukkah, for 7 days. We should eat our meals in the sukkah, sleep in the sukkah, and wave a lulav and etrog around in all different directions. More on that later. This holiday of Sukkot is also known as Zman Simchatenu, the time of happiness. We are supposed to leave the comfort of our homes and belongings, and we're supposed to be happy about it. There is something freeing about letting go. It reminds us of what is truly important to us. We are reminded of how dependent we are on the earth and how small we are when we look up at the stars through the roof of our sukkah. We are reminded of which things in our lives are temporary and which things in our lives are permanent. Sukkot is a harvest festival, the Jewish Thanksgiving, a time of gratitude and abundance. Being away from our comforts and abundance can help us to be grateful for the things in our lives that we take for granted. We are reminded of the world around us and that God is all around us. On Sukkot, we wave a lulav and etrog all around to symbolize that God is all around. The lulav and etrog are full of symbolism of their own. An etrog, also known as a citron, is a citrus fruit which looks something like a large lemon. The etrog represents our heart, which we use to love God. A lulav is made up of 3 branches, a palm frond, a willow branch, and a myrtle branch. The palm, long and straight, represents our spine and our uprightness before God. The willow, with long, thin leaves, represent our mouths, which we use to pray to God. And the myrtle, with almond-shaped leaves, represents our eyes, through which we can see the miracles of the world around us. We hold these together, say a blessing, and wave them to the front, to the back, to the right, to the left, up, down, and then all around. Sukkot is all about the experiential, tactile, and physical reminders of our praise and gratitude. Sukkot is a time of transition, a liminal time, a time when the seasons are changing. We spend time in our Sukkot to remember the time when our ancestors left Egypt and lived in temporary shelters as they wandered through the wilderness, another liminal time in our story. And through all of this, we are commanded to be happy. Sometimes, especially in the uncertain times we face now, it is difficult to be happy. Of course, that is when we need the happiness the most. In this time of Sukkot, may we intentionally try to find happiness. May we reconnect to what is important, and may we get outside, breathe some fresh air, and look at the stars. Shabbat Shalom.